From north and south to the beautiful. Daniel was shown three visions between the first year of Belshazzar and the third year of Cyrus. Each vision was more detailed than the previous one. They explained the experience of God's people in its moment of history. Media Persia, Greece, Alexander the Great. Greece is divided. Imperial Rome. We may understand the historical outline in Daniel 11 better if we study how the three visions are related to each other. Persia, Greece, Ptolemies and Seleucids, Imperial Rome, Papal Rome, the end time. Persia. And now I will tell you the truth. Behold, three more kings will arise in Persia, and the fourth shall be far richer than them all. By his strength, through his riches, he shall stir up all against the realm of Greece. Gabriel showed Daniel how God was in control of that historical moment. Then he explained what would happen next. The three Persian kings after Cyrus were Cambyses, Smerdis, and Darius. The fourth one was Xerxes, King Ahasuerus in the books of Ezra and Esther. Cambyses, Darius, Smerdis. Darius tried to invade Greece, but he was defeated at Marathon. Xerxes got to Athens, but he was also defeated. The way those kings are introduced is parallel to the prophecies of Amos. In that prophecy, God forgives three sins of a kingdom, but it is sentenced because of Greece. Then a mighty king shall arise, who shall rule with great dominion, and do according to his will. The Hellenic states joined forces to confront Xerxes. Greece became a strong nation that defeated Persia 150 years after that. Philip of Macedon brought Greece and Macedon together. His son Alexander the Great began the conquest of Persia in 334 BC. He had already conquered all the Persian Empire when he died in 323 BC. His empire was divided into four large kingdoms: the Seleucid Empire, the Ptolemaic Kingdom, the Greco-Bactrian Kingdom, Cassander, and the Indo-Greek Kingdom, Lysimachus. God is in control of history. He foretold these events centuries in advance. Ptolemies and Seleucids. Now in those times, many shall arise up against the king of the south. Also, violent men of your people shall exalt themselves in fulfillment of the vision, but they shall fall. The king of the north and the king of the south represent different kings and kingdoms until the end time. Therefore, their identity varies as the events unfold. Initially, the king of the south is the dynasty of the Ptolemaic kings, Egypt, and the king of the north is the dynasty of the Seleucid kings, Syria. Palestine, the promised land for the Jews, was located between the two. Seleucid Empire, Palestine, Ptolemaic Empire. Antiochus IV Epiphanes tried to Hellenize Israel. The Maccabees rebelled against this, and Israel and Rome signed a treaty to help each other. Imperial Rome. With the force of a flood they shall be swept away from before him and be broken, and also the prince of the covenant. Several people and events of the Roman Empire at Jesus' time are mentioned. One who imposes taxes, Caesar Augustus. His census moved Joseph to Bethlehem. A vile person, Tiberius. Jesus was crucified during his reign. They shall sweep away, and also the prince of the covenant. Israel was no longer a nation since 70 AD. Daniel 11:27-28 describes the growth of the church since Constantine's reign. However, the transition from the pagan Rome to the papal Rome wouldn't happen until 538 AD. for the end will still be at the appointed time. Papal Rome. At the appointed time he shall return and go toward the south. This shall not be like the former or the later. The nature of the king of the north changes. Now it represents a political religious power. The little horn wants to usurp God's position. The sanctuary is cast down. The daily sacrifices are taken away, and the abomination of desolation comes. All this is fulfilled by imperial Rome in the attack against the heavenly sanctuary of papal Rome. The attack against the people of God for the appointed time is the persecution that lasted for 3.5 years between 538 AD and 1798 AD. Some Christians were killed and others were delivered. But the people who know their God shall be strong and carry out great exploits. In the darkest days, when appearances seem most forbidding, have faith in God. He is working out His will, doing all things well in behalf of His people. The strength of those who love and serve Him will be renewed day by day. The end time. But news from the east and the north shall trouble Him. Therefore He shall go out with great fury to destroy and annihilate many. The time of the end began in 1798 AD. France attacked papacy by stripping them of their political power momentarily. In Revelation 11:8, France is represented by Egypt in artistic power. Once his wound is healed, the king of the north attacks the remnant, which is represented by the glorious land. Many will join the remnant, Edom, Moab, Ammon, during the preaching of the triple message. Then the king of the north will join his enemies in a triple alliance. They will gather many people together, cease to attack the remnant. However, they will be destroyed at the second coming of Jesus. All that God has in prophetic history is specified to be fulfilled in the past has been, and all that is yet to come in its order will be. Daniel, God's prophet, stands in his place. John stands in his place. In the Revelation, the Lion of the tribe of Judah has opened to the students of prophecy the book of Daniel, and thus is Daniel standing in his place. He bears his testimony, that which the Lord revealed to him in vision of the great and solemn events which we must know, as we stand on the very threshold of their fulfillment.